Hi everyone, it's Haley. If I haven't met you yet, I'm just a Midwest girl trying her best. And today I'm going to be going through my updated tattoo tour for 2026. So I got my first tattoo when I was 17 years old and I have 11 of them now, I believe. I made a video of my 2023 tattoo tour a few years ago and I will be linking that below because I'll probably be going through some of my pieces a little bit more in depth in that video than I will this one. This is just sort of an update, not a really in-depth overview of everything.
What is this? What is it?
Who's a good boy? So my first tattoo was in 2017 when I was 17 years old, and it is a collection of geometric roses on my hip, and then the text above it says "I survived." And I got that tattoo to cover up some self-harm scars that were just kind of ugly and I didn't really want to be visible anymore. And it is still one of my favorite tattoos that I have. I'll make sure to insert a picture of it. I'm not gonna show you on my body right now because I'm wearing leggings and I'm sitting outside. After that was an equal sign on my wrist. I don't know if you can see that. I also got that when I was 17. It honestly doesn't really look very good anymore. I'm debating either lasering it off or covering it up with something. So we'll see, but most people don't even notice that it's there because it's so close to my watch. The next one that I got is right next to it. It says, "Stay true to you, love you," and I got that on my 18th birthday. And it's my mom and my dad's handwriting, so it's just really special to me because it reminds me of them. The next 3 tattoos I all got, I believe, while I was 18, and I don't remember what order I got them in. So the first one is this cross. I know that to everyone else it's upside down, but it was more important for it to be facing me than it was for it to be facing the world. So I know that really bothers some people, but it's my tattoo on my body and I'm really happy with it because it's a comfort to me every time I look down and I see that cross. And then this geometric polar bear was somewhere in there. It's a memorial tattoo for my uncle JT who died, I don't know, when I was 10 maybe. So that's for him. And then I have a tattoo on my ankle of the date that we put my first dog down, which it's kind of a weird idea for a tattoo, but I love the placement of it, and just aesthetically it's one of my favorite tattoos because it really complements the shape of my ankle. Super nice. When I'm wearing heels or capris or anything like that, I just feel like it looks really cute. After that, I'm pretty sure I got my half sleeve, which I'll just show it to you because it's kind of hard to get the whole thing in pictures, but I think I got this when I was maybe 19 or so. I got the coordinates first actually. I got the coordinates first and then the half sleeve. And the coordinates are just a point in my hometown that just helps remind me of where I come from. And then the half sleeve means absolutely nothing. I just wanted it, and I think my favorite thing about it is that when people see the half sleeve, they no longer think that I'm just this petite blonde princess with no backstory. And so I feel like this tattoo really helps me express who I am a little bit better in a weird way. But I love it. It's a statement and it's also one of my favorite tattoos. This next tattoo I believe is the last one that was included in my last video, and it is this figure 8 knot on my arm. I got this right before we got married in 2022, and it symbolizes a Bible verse from Mark, I believe, that says a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken, but it's also a figure 8 knot, which is a climbing knot, which is how my husband and I met. So this tattoo is just for him and I. And if you look really closely, you can see the 3-stranded cord as one of the ropes that creates the figure 8 knot. And yeah, it's a sweet reminder of him and I and the foreverness of our love. And then I got this dove right here. That just has a lot of biblical significance to me. I believe I got that in 2024. And I just kind of wanted something in the middle of my forearm to fill up a little bit of space. I eventually want this to be a whole sleeve. And there's just a lot of different biblical references to the dove. And I also kind of wanted a bird, so everything just kind of pulled together and I settled on that. And then my most recent tattoo that I got probably 4 months ago now is this lantern. And it has some stars in the lantern, and then it's kind of surrounded by some greenery and some falling leaves. And I have been thinking about the concept for this tattoo for a long time, and went back and forth kind of about how I wanted to represent this idea. But basically, I've had this song stuck in my head since I was in high school. It's by the band Skillet. It's a Christian hard rock band, and the song name is Whispers in the Dark. And there's this lyric in the song that says, "When darkness comes, I'll light the night with stars." And I listened to that song a lot in high school when I was very heavily depressed. And that lyric reminds me a ton of the story in Exodus when the Egyptians are leaving Egypt, and the Lord provided a pillar of cloud by day to shield them from the sun and a pillar of fire by night to light their way. And the part where it says, you know, when darkness comes, I'll light the night with stars, it just reminds me of that pillar of fire by night, sort of leading me through the darkness that was depression into this, you know, time in my life where I'm not experiencing that anymore. And so I thought that a lantern with stars in it would be representative of that lyric, and also my journey of just coming out of that darkness and living a life full of light and love and happiness. And it was done by a local artist here in Urbandale, and I will definitely be going back to her. She did a phenomenal job, and she's such a sweet lady. But yeah, that is all of my 11 tattoos as of May 7th, 2026. I'm not done yet though. I thought it would be also kind of cool to talk about some of what I want to get next. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get my next tattoo because I have a couple running races and training blocks coming up. And if you know anything about the healing process of tattoos, you know that you should probably take a couple weeks off of really intense exercise because you don't want the ink to bleed and to sweat out of your skin. I've had that happen before and it's not fun. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get my next ones, but I know for sure the next one I want to get, it's kind of a nerdy thing and I don't really care, but I want it to be kind of in this empty space again because I'd like this to be a sleeve at some point, and I would like it to be some sort of flower and a crochet hook because I love yarn crafts. It's become a really big part of my life, a really easy way for me to decompress while also being creative. And I think right now I want to do a marigold because marigolds are some of my favorite flowers. And I'll show some inspiration kind of right here off of Pinterest that I'm interested in. But I think that's definitely going to be my next one. And the only other idea that I really have at this point is I would love to get something on my rib cage. I think kind of the back side of my rib cage right below where the sports bra stops. I just think that would be a really flattering place to have a tattoo, and because I run shirtless a fair bit of the time, I think it'd be visible quite a bit of the time, so I just think it'd be really flattering. Oh my gosh, there's these two really big robins right over there. But I have also been kind of toying around with the idea of getting some red ink tattoos. Everything I have right now is in black and gray, and I don't really want very many color tattoos, but like just a red line work tattoo seems really appealing to me, and I think that the back of the rib cage might be a cool place to get that. So that's not set in stone, but I'll put a couple inspiration pics that I've seen that I think are cool and I could be interested in getting. Maybe it will be something that's meaningful, maybe it won't be something that's meaningful, but I feel like the more tattoos you get, the less you feel like there has to be a meaning associated with it. So we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any tattoo ideas for me or for yourself that you have coming up. I'd love to hear kind of what you guys are interested in. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.